Check, check. Okay, just playing catch up with the trades. So far, I've taken 6 trades. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then this was one. So I've taken 6 trades. Trade number 2 and trade number 3 I had recorded. Trade number 1 was on 9/24 at 11/24. And this is whenever I started this combine. 9/24 at 11/24. I don't think I had that channel there. This I took off of the channel. I was going down. This is the 11/20 bar. As this finished and started to pull back and closed right there. Let's just take that out for now. As this pulled back on this yellow bar, I entered right there. At 8:05.50 short and closed at 783. I entered at 8:05.50 here. There is 8:05.50. Entered at 9/24 just before this bar closed, and it held all of this because of the way it pulled back on that and closed. That's why I got in, and then it immediately pulled back, and profit was 780 something, 7 in here. Looking for a 1-to-1 risk there. I believe my risk would have been 830. It would have been just above here. Yep, and if I remember right, my risk was set at 830. I got in at 805, so it was just under 25 points, which is why I entered with 6 micros to keep it around 250 risk. It was a little more than 250 risk, and then made the almost 1-to-1. That would have been 16.75 plus 5.5, so that would have been 22.25 or so. Didn't hang on. Move the take profit. Trade 2 and 3 are on separate videos. Trade 4, 9/26 at 3:30. This was the end of the day. We can bring that back. Delete that. These 2 trades are documented. Go to 9:20. Oops. Where am I at here? 9/26, end of day. So I actually went out and did some bushes, did some tree work right around through all this stuff. And then I came in here and played a range. So I believe I had this guy, just this one candle set up. And when did I enter? Entered at 3:30, closed at 3:36. Entered at 3:30 at 7:23 short. Entered at 3:30. This candle here, 3:30 in just a few seconds. So I entered right 6 seconds after 3:30. I entered right at this, based on this weak range bar. It came right back into the range. Entered there at, what was it, 7:23.25. which is just so it moved just a little bit, but it was going direction. Must have done a market order, got a shitty fill, and then went to the bottom of the range, which is all I was playing. 1 to 1 there. I would have been risking 726. The high of this candle, 735. I think I was risking 737. 26. Actually, no, I would have been risking 738 because I would have been risking 12.5 points with one mini. Immediately went and then ended up closing at 1275 and not having the guts to let it go. 1175 is where it went. I was in at 23.25, so 12.50 would be 10.75. 10.75 is what I would have got, and I would have got that, but I actually got out early. I think just on that freak move. I think I just didn't like the move, and 12.25 is where I closed it. At 36.09. So got in at 30, got in at 30, waited through all these 5 minutes and got out right when this thing went down. Just at the bottom of the channel, because I don't think I liked the way it was bouncing around. It was looking weak. That was a good paper hands. Although if I would have stayed in it, I would have got the full profit. It wouldn't have stopped me out until here, and I would have definitely made a profit on there. Then, earlier today was trade number 5. Earlier today was trade number 5, entered at 320. Been playing this range all day, entered at 320. Waited for the sweep here. Waited for a sweep of these lows. It was coming down. This was actually a reverse day. IB high was set first. Or excuse me, IB low was set first, high set second, and then the low broke first, then stayed in here. I was in and out as far as paying attention. Went down here, thought about getting in down here, but wanted to wait for a sweep. Once I saw that sweep and came back and held strong, 320 is where I got in at 802.50. Got in right at the bottom of that, right after the close. Stop was down there, so I only got in with 5 micros, had 25 points of room, and just let it go. Trade took 20 minutes, but stayed in and got the full 25 points for 250. And then the last trade just happened tonight. This was the previous trade, and this last trade that I made, trade number 6, came at the top of this range. This I drew this earlier today. Price action came up, came to the top of the range, had 2 weak bars, and then I saw this bar break the previous bear bar and got in right around there. Actually, I got in at 35. I remember that. And the previous bear bar low was 34.50. Got in at 35 with 1 mini because I was only taking 7 points of risk. So I only risked 140. Looking for a full 12 points. ATR was about 9. Got the full 12 points on the second bar. and only went to possible was maybe 16 and a quarter points. Not bad. So there's a 40-point range here, and I already caught 12 of the points. I think that's an update. That's all 6 trades of this combine, sitting at $13.91 profit. Over 5 trading days. Boom. That's a week. 1,300 for the week. Let's keep it going. Thank you, Lord. Do all things.